If you would like to help support these beautiful big cats, please visit exoticfelinerescuecenter.org.
These are all very dangerous animals. These are not the kind of animals that you want running around in your house or your home or exposed to your children. Again, these are extremely dangerous animals.
On this episode of Joe's Big Cat Kingdom, crowds have assembled for the annual Big Cat Pumpkin Party, and the center receives 4 new exotic cats.
It's scary, sweetie, but it'll be okay.
The Exotic Feline Rescue Center was founded by Joe Taft in 1991 to help protect abused and mistreated exotic felines. With the illegal trade of these big cats increasing at an alarming rate in North America, the center has grown from 3 big cats in 15 acres to over 200 exotic felines and more than 100 acres of property.
I'm tired, I'm angry, I'm worried, but I'm never bored.
Welcome to Joe's Big Cat Kingdom. People have packed the Exotic Feline Rescue Center for the annual Big Cat Pumpkin Party.
Today is what we call Pumpkin Party, and the cats are pulled into their small parts. People bring us pumpkins, we stuff them with meat, and then we release the cats out there, and whatever the cats want to do with it is totally up to them. Every cat has a different reaction, and the cats get real happy with it, and people really get excited about it, so it's just an all-around great day. We're expecting right around 500 people or so. We usually get about that many for Pumpkin Party. People are welcome to come in, walk around. We've got people everywhere stationed to answer questions, talk about the cats if they want to, if people want to ask. And then we release the cats, and then people can watch, get all the pictures they want, and walk around for a little while longer. And then we'll close up and be open for regular tours after that. People will bring them. After Halloween, what else do you do with your pumpkins? So people can bring us their pumpkins, and we'll put meat in them and let the cats have at it.
Look, she sees the pumpkins are getting ready. Meat time. I mean, I just love the mission of this place. I love the fact that the animals are rescued, that once they're here, they have forever homes. There's always, even if you've heard the stories 100 times, you always learn something new. And it's just, to me, it's just always a life-changing experience. I love it. Bar none, one of the greatest things you can do.
It's a great opportunity for people to get a fall experience at the center. It's nice because people get to walk through at their own pace. Then afterwards, they can actually walk through slow and get to learn the stories of the cats. But it's great to have them out here. Yep, I got my bachelor's in zoology, and then I pursued internships to get experience. That led to my dream job 8 months out of college, so very lucky. Once I get the go-ahead from Rebecca, we're going to put the pumpkins in, and then she will check our locks, and once those are all locked up, we'll be able to lift our gates and let the cats out to get their pumpkins.
I'm actually volunteering with my sorority. One of my sister's aunts has actually been volunteering here for almost 10 years, so they asked us to come out and help, so it's pretty cool, just to make sure people don't get too close, because if you stick your hand in there, they can really come up and bite you, so. I mean, I've never really been to a place like this before, but I mean, I guess it's really cool to see all the animals in enclosures like this, rather than a zoo, because they're being more properly taken care of, and it's actually really cool because you get to be a little bit closer, and they're roaring, so that's really cool. You don't really see that every day, so.
I saw a video on Facebook of tigers playing with pumpkins, and I thought, oh, we should go to the Exotic Feline Rescue Center, and then it just happened to be this weekend, so.
This is really cool. I've never seen anything like this. So.
Yeah.
The final pumpkins are being placed, and now the only thing left to do is for head keeper Rebecca to give her final inspections.
You're good. Yeah, we're close. You're good when the call comes. Go ahead and let them out.
Sarah tries a soccer technique in order to free the chicken. Unfortunately, she's not able to score. Samson has no trouble finding his meal. She catches the attention of her neighbor Mickey, who really wants some of that pumpkin action. Mickey has no idea how close he is to his own pumpkin party. Some cats take a break from the party to pose for the camera. Bonnie has eaten all of the chicken. Guess it's time to try some pumpkin.
Don't say that like apparently I already said that.
It looks like Bonnie prefers chicken. A crowd is gathered around Little Dude, a Jeffrey cat native to South America. Like most felines, they spray to define a perimeter, or when they're anxious.
What just happened there?
Oh, you know, tried to spray me.
Yeah, see that?
That just means he wants me.
Any animal here turn around and raise their tail, duck.
Poor Mickey. So close, yet so far away. Max is a male tiger and Kisa is a lioness. Not only do they share an enclosure, they also share their pumpkins.
So Max was just this 5-week, 7-pound tiger, so he had to be hand-fed, and Jean, our assistant director, played a huge part in growing him into this 600-pound tiger that he is today. So when he was around 4 months old, we had rescued Kisa, a small lioness who was about 3 months old. Now, you can introduce two young cats to each other because they don't have that sense of dominance and territory yet. They just want to be friends. So with that socialization, it's very enriching for the cats, and it saves on our resources when you put two cats together. And 15 years later, here you have the best of friends. Now, if you watch Kisa walk, you'll see that she's a little funky because she has ataxia, which is a neurological disorder that interferes with balance and coordination. So she ends up tripping and falling all the time, and Max, being the big, cat protector, he likes to look out for her, but he definitely knows that she's the boss of the cage. She always gets the first choice of meat. She always gets the first choice of where they're gonna sleep. If Max is in her spot, she'll give him a little growl, and he knows, okay, this is your spot, I'm gonna go now. And the tower does have step stools to help Kisa get up there, except for the very tippy top, because we wanted a safe place for Max. So if you ever see Max up on the tower, he's in trouble with Kisa.
Mickey has given up on Sarah's pumpkin in search of his own. Hopefully, he'll find one soon.
We come every year, not to this pumpkin event, but at least twice a year to see all the animals. It's a fantastic initiative to rescue all the animals that are in really bad conditions, so fantastic. Please come, support the effort. It's wonderful to see the animals up close. You usually don't see this in a zoo, so it's a wonderful experience, especially for the children, to appreciate the felines.
The pumpkin party is winding down, And it looks like Thor and Zeus are all partied out.
This means a lot to the center in a lot of different ways. For one, obviously it's going to help financially, which is why we do fundraisers, is to help take care of the cats. But it really just brings more awareness and gives people something to do. You know, after Halloween, it's usually great weather. You know, like today is just absolutely beautiful, and it gives people, you know, get your family together and come out and do something different and fun. So it gets people together and brings more awareness of who we are and what we're doing here. After the event, the cats can hold on to the pumpkins, and then we'll clean them up slowly throughout, you know, the next few days or whatever. Some of the cats might not play with them now, but they might play with them later, or the next day we're going to find them all smashed. Who knows what the case is going to be.
Finally, Mickey has found his very own pumpkin. But will he find the chicken? It's a rainy November day in Thorntown, Indiana. A team from the Exotic Feline Rescue Center have arrived to pick up 4 exotic cats from Animalia, a nonprofit public charity.
Animalia, even though it's been around for almost 10 years now, is a nonprofit organization, and it's always been dependent on grants and donations, as well as the fees that we would charge for our education programs. And of course, the challenge with that is being dependent on those. If they don't come in, that causes some challenges. Well, this year happened to be one of the most challenging years. Even though we had our most productive summer, our spring and our fall was not as productive as we had hoped. And we did lose one of our major partnership grants this year, not because of anything we did. It's just a matter of it ended the grant cycle and they didn't renew the grant, which also provided for at least 100 education programs per year. So when you lose 25% of your education programming, that will deeply impact your organization. It also so happens that something is happening this year that our grants didn't get supported, the grants that we applied for. And with those two things, it's two of the things that kind of eliminated our budget for this year to be able to continue. And so the hard decision was made by our board of directors to discontinue the education outreach programming and disassemble our animal care facility. So one of my great concerns was where our cats were going to go. And after doing a search through different zoos and education organizations to see if they will be able to take the cats, they weren't interested in them or didn't have the housing for them. And so we were able to reach out to the Exotic Feline Rescue Center so that they to see if they would have the space or the inclination to house them. And Joe said that he would be happy to do it and that they had the space to do it. And so knowing the quality of the care that they have at the Exotic Feline Rescue Center, as a zoologist, I'm very happy that they're going there. And I know that they're going to be cared for the rest of their lives, and they're going to do a great job.
The first cat is Kotinga, a 17-year-old female serval.
Okay.
So she is 17 years old, has arthritis in her hips a bit, so there we go. Yeah, go.
We're going to come this way so we can use the fence there.
All right, well, you can also just sit her on top of the log for your slider, as your feet are sliding right down the hill.
Okay, Christina. All right. Well, I don't know if that's going to go up or not. Maybe. Okay, are the others slightly smaller?
The next exotic cat is Magpie, a female adult serval.
She's the one that was the former pet,
Okay.
but had lived in someone's house for like 6 years. Actually was the owner of the breeding facility. It was his personal pet.
Okay.
So she was harness trained and leash trained. She used to ride in the car with him and all of that. And for us as an education organization, we're like, that seems like it'd be an ideal cat for us to be able to utilize in education programs. The only problem is once she got here and started living outside, she was not very happy about it. And so basically we had to start from scratch with training
with her.
And for about a year and a half, it was very steady, kind of touch and go sort of training. But she has a very specific training regime, and I'll forward you a video.
Okay, that'd be great.
Through the entire training, so that you guys can see what she does.
Okay.
And so she's come a very, very long way, and has been, for me personally, out of the 130 animals that we worked with here, she is probably one of my personal favorites. Most people would say, but why? She tried to attack you for a year and a half. It's because we've gone so far. And now, she has it within her to literally sit right next to me on a log with her face this far away from me. And I'm going, here you go, here's a piece of food. And so she's come a really, really long way. And so will personally be the one I miss the most. See, not pretty. So we got her. She's okay.
Leopards also tend to be a 1 or 2 person cat. They will bond with 1 or 2 people and that's it. They'll kill everybody else. And the serval's personality just reminds me a little bit of that, where they bond with their initial people and then very difficult to get them to come around.
The 2 remaining cats are housed in an indoor enclosure. Anna is a Colorado bobcat, and Denali is a Canadian lynx.
Oh yeah, Anna's really good. Okay. Just watch Anna.
Go to your pillow pad. Good boy.
All right, let's see what we can do. Okay, thank you, yeah. Yeah, no, we've got a perfect enclosure for them since they live together by our other lynx, and I mean, it's a nice enclosure. And, oh yeah. Okay.
So you were just saying...
Let's see, we may have to.
Crossing our fingers. Right now we're just trying to figure out how to get all the enclosures into the van. That's going to be the trickiest part, but we're figuring it out. We're using a tape measure for just trial and error, so we'll see. But so far the cats seem pretty good, so we'll get a closer assessment once we get them home.
Put your seat up as far as it will go. The bobcat and the lynx are just both absolutely gorgeous animals. They will be happy, I think, in their new enclosure, since it is a really nice enclosure and it is on tour. And these guys are used to that, but they're just, if you can get a shot right there, a little bit huge. They're huge and beautiful. All right. Well, thank you.
Okay, my lovelies.
Good luck.
Thank
Feel
you very
free
much.
to come down and check on them anytime.
I'm sure I probably will at some point. So
Okay.
I appreciate it.
If you would like to visit, volunteer, or be a full-time keeper, then go to exoticfelinerescuecenter.org for more information.